There it was. Got it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the We'll See You Later podcast, brought to you by Happy's Energy and Nutrition, the best energy teas on the planet. I am your host, Jeremy. Jordan is out of town once again. He is in Fayetteville, so I'll be riding solo on this amazing episode 12, where we're going to talk all things sports and entertainment from our point of view, the Razorback perspective, the fan. Without further ado, we are hopping straight into my favorite section, the pig walk. Okay, guys, we have a lot going on in Arkansas sports. We're going to hit the two that are out of season, and then we're going to hit the in-season stuff with baseball. But we're going to start off and kick it off right out of the gate. Arkansas football had its spring game last week, this past Saturday, and it actually looked pretty decent. We actually had an offense. These spring games are really tricky because our quarterback is a mobile quarterback, and we can't touch him. So I think that Braylon Russell, the running back, big dude. He had a big TD. The wide receivers, Armstrong, tight ends, Haas, they looked amazing to me. They looked really good. I feel like Taylor Green meshes really well with them. I'm super excited. Taylor Green looks the part. When he gets into competition, we'll know for sure, but really tall guy, high release, great arm strength. We were a little bit worried about the accuracy. Didn't look like he had much for us to hate on about it. He looked great to me. I think that he is going to be a really good quarterback under Bobby. I think that he's going to lead and guide him, and this kid's going to be a sponge. Transfers. We have lost an offensive tackle, and we have lost our backup quarterback, Jacoby Criswell. We kind of thought that might happen when they brought in Talon, that it was going to be up for grabs on the starting position, and definitely Jacoby thinks that he is the starter, like he should be somewhere, and he probably should be. I'm going to say Talon just beat him out, and the third-string guy that we have coming in here too, I think it's a threat to Criswell, and he was like, man, I got to get out of here, so Criswell is gone, entered the portal. Also, running back Isaiah Augusta, which I did not see coming, but I'm guessing it's because our backfield is so loaded that he decided he could go somewhere else. I thought he would be a great 1-2 punch with Dub, but then you got Russell coming in, and Russell played great. So I'm guessing he doesn't want to split that much time. I'm guessing all these guys, to be honest with you, everybody that's transferred is 100% playing time. They want to play, and they're not going to get the minutes that they want and the snaps that they want here. So they're going to go try elsewhere, which makes sense to me. I'm excited for football. I'm excited for Bobby P. Seeing him on the field, coaching and having a good time, and calling the plays. It felt like those mid 2000s where you were like on cloud nine with our offensive strikes. Isaiah Satania, they asked Bobby P if he was who he reminded him of, and he said it's kind of like a Joe Adams, Jarius Wright kind of vibe. So I'm excited. We're going to be, I think he's going to be really good of mixing up the fast-paced tempo that we're used to, but also slow it down a little bit. Like we've never been known to just run. So I'm super excited to see the new way of coaching, his old way of coaching, this team, and what vibes with him. But I think we're just going to keep getting better and better as a football program. So that's my opinion. If Jordan was here, he'd tell you the exact opposite. He'd want to get off this subject. So we will get off this subject of football because we just kind of have to wait now. But we're going to hop into the most exciting part that you can say about Arkansas at this moment when it comes to not playing sports, basketball. Okay, we are in what I'm going to call the Calvary era. Cal has got to get in the portal. He's got to. Remember, he had an interview, says, I met with the team. There is no team, right? So he went and got somebody. He went and got Big Z. For those of you who don't know, big man, 7'2" sophomore. He's going to be a sophomore from Croatia. Played 15 games last year for Kentucky. Averaged about 11 minutes a game, 5 points, 3 rebounds. But he's a big man. He's a big kid, real tall, real lanky. 7'2". He's no Connor Vandover, I'll tell you that. He's a lot better than that. But Big Z is our first transfer commit. There's still a lot of guys in the portal that we're going after. I'm going to break down a couple that we're targeting. One that I thought we had a really good shot and we were going to be if this happened, we were about to be monsters. But it turns out the main guy that we thought, uh, Omar Ballo, from Arizona, 7-footer, 260, for Arizona, averaged 13 points a game, 10 rebounds. Just entered the portal a couple of days ago, and news broke this morning that he was going to not go to Louisville for a visit, but he was going to come to Arkansas instead. But the front runner for him was Indiana. He has committed to Indiana, and the rumors and speculations is they're over $1 million for this kid. 1.2 mil is the noted rumor to go get him. So I'm glad we didn't shell out that much. 1.2 million means that they're not going to have any NIL money for anybody else. He's a one-man attraction, and he's going to get his. But Indiana, this doesn't make you relevant, sadly. You have one of the best players in the country, and that's it. So you're not going to be able to afford anybody else. So sad news for us, but not sad news. We're still looking around. We're still looking. Kobe Brea from Dayton, 6'6", 205, entered the portal today. I think we're kind of targeting him. Averaged 11 points, 4 rebounds, 87% from the free throw line. I'd like to have him here. He's a hot name right now as well. Dayton is always, it's one of those little fringe small schools that just goes on a run, and he was one of their stars. The big thing, though, there's no movement really happening other than Big Z, but Billy Richmond just decommitted from Kentucky. In fact, they had 6 incoming freshmen. 3 McDonald's All-Americans were coming to Kentucky before Calipari decided to leave. 5 of those have already decommitted. They have not announced where they're necessarily going, but 5 decommits mean there's 4 5-stars, 1 4-star that have a relationship with our coach that might come to Arkansas instead. We're kind of just on that waiting game, which is exciting. Every day right now, everybody's waiting. Like, after I post this, after this video goes up, we might have 2 or 3, 4 commits already. So it's super exciting. It's nerve-wracking. It's like you kind of twiddle your thumbs and just are, we're waiting. And they also lost DJ Wagner, 6'4", 195, 10 points per game, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. He's out there. There's just strings attached to him, and so I don't know if we're gonna go get any of these guys. I don't know, but I don't know. You just gotta wait. It's just these guys are very, very attractive picks, and they have a relationship with our coach. So those are the main front runners that you see on the list. But with the money that we have and with the coach that we have, I just don't think that we can pinpoint one particular person until they announce it. I think if you're in the portal and John Calipari calls you, you answer. And so it's like, I think it was like who we wanted was on this list, and then now it's like, okay, never mind. We have a new coach who can literally go get whoever he wanted. So we're gonna have to wait and see. But that's basketball. It's still exciting, guys. Still exciting. Coach Cal is here. We have a big man. We're working. He's working his butt off. You know he is. He's calling everybody, anybody and everybody. He's going to assemble the best Razorback team that he can in year 1. We're going to be like the Arkansas Avengers here, the AAs. I think we're going to be really good. Now, can we mesh together or not? But the talent level will be there. You just got to trust the system, trust the process, relax because someone hasn't posted today that they're coming to Arkansas. Relax. We're okay. Coach Calipari's okay. We're going to have a team, and it's going to be a damn good one. All right, we're going to hop right over to the sport that is actually happening right now. That's baseball. We're going to hop over to Arkansas baseball. The Razorbacks go 1-2 last week. Lost our first series in SEC play to Alabama, number 25 in the country, at Alabama. So being on the road, we've lost every game that we've kind of lost was on the road. This one was not on the pitching. This was that Bama could hit, and we got cold. We won game 1 5-3. Had to depend on the long ball. Lost game 2 3-4 in extra innings. Again, had to depend on the long ball, and then lost game 3 5-0. Doesn't matter what the score was on their end. If we score nothing, we're going to lose every time. Hagen Smith only had 6 Ks, and that's not a testament to say like he sucked. Bama could hit. We're over here on the strikeout counter here. Against we played San Jose State twice last week. We also played Bama 3 times. But with San Jose State, we had 10 strikeouts both games, 10 and 10. Against Bama, game 1, we had 9 Ks. Bama game 2, 8 Ks. Bama game 3, 4 Ks. Hagen Smith is up to 89 strikeouts. Brady Tigert, 52. 65 for Molina. And Big Mac is at 48. So total strikeouts for the year, again, trying to chase down a record, I just don't think is going to happen. It's going to be like chasing a ghost here. The record's 732 for one season of strikeouts. We're at 425. This past weekend did us no help. This past weekend didn't help us very much. Alabama, if we learned anything, Alabama can hit. They don't strike out very often. Very good at the plate. Pitching-wise, I don't think they gave us any fits that we couldn't handle because we were hitting them. We were just either hitting them right to them really hard or we were just rolling over on it a lot. Wasn't a whole lot of strikeouts this weekend. I thought we had some really good baseball. It was time for hitting and defense. Our defense played phenomenal. Just a couple innings where they got a little bit of a push, and then for us, we could not respond. Again, we talk about this week in and week out for this Razorback baseball team is it looks like we need 1 or 2, maybe 3 innings. We can put some runs together, but that's kind of it. It's like a spark, and the pitching holds up. And that happened in game 1. 5-3. It happened there. We had a couple innings where we bopped, and then it was over. And then just hold them. And then game 2, same kind of thing. Pitching did their job. We had to make a little bit of a comeback. It was 3-3. And then 9th inning, bats are just weak. It was 3-2 going into the 9th inning. Peyton Holt hits a home run to send it to extras. It was 3-3. We're just very dependent on that long ball. We didn't have consistent stringing together. We had a lot of base runners. Just couldn't string it together. And then game 3, we looked out of whack. We had Brady in there. I thought Brady played really good for only having 4 Ks, 3 Ks. Brady came in and I thought did a pretty decent job of just holding them down for as best he could, hoping that our offense would just come to life. And their pitcher, we had nothing for him really. Again, we were hitting him. It wasn't like crazy amounts of strikeouts. It was just right at our guy or right at him. So baseball looked a little bit out of sorts. You can't be too upset though. 5 series in the SEC and we've only lost 1. That's pretty damn impressive considering the competition that we've played. Competition doesn't get much easier this week. We actually have another 2-game road or 2-game week games, and then the weekend is big as well. So we have 5 games going into this week total. We got 2 big ones today and tomorrow on ESPN2 tonight against Texas Tech, who is 26-11. Texas Tech's a good squad. They're a good squad. This should be fun because they're not going to throw their best. We're not throwing our best, but our bats are going to be there. So this one should be a much higher scoring game. To me, these games should be pretty high scoring, to be honest with you. I hope our pitching can hold it together. I don't know if Texas Tech is good offensively, but I know we are. We have the bats. This is the time. This is the momentum switch. If we lag Alabama into this week, this could be a long week for us because this is a big week. But I hope we can take care of business tonight and tomorrow against Texas Tech, rolling right into South Carolina, number 20 in the country. It is at South Carolina. So this is going to be a back-to-back road trip for us, going Alabama last week, South Carolina this week, number 20 in the country. They're 25-11. They just went 2-1 over Florida. They did score 9 to 10 runs a game. They can hit, they can play. The main takeaway that I'm going to have is the bats. Pitching has been phenomenal. Even if our numbers on the strikeouts are not ridiculous like we've been hoping for, they're still holding teams down. I mean, our losses this week were 3-4 and 5-0. Like the 5 piece was a little bit higher than we'd like, but to be honest with you, we were going to lose no matter what. You didn't score. So I love this team. I love the pitching. That staff is ridiculous. They're going to have losses come through. No need to be concerned, I don't think yet, as long as we don't get cold here. I don't think we will, but if you look here at our pitching that we're going to keep bragging on, Smith's ERA is at 1.76. 20 hits given up this year, 8 runs, 83 strikeouts. Stupid. Unbelievable. That's dumb. And then you've got Molina here, 3.38 ERA, 22 hits, 14 runs, and he has 65 strikeouts. Tiger, 2.70 ERA, 24 hits, 11 runs, and he has 52 strikeouts. Will McIntyre, 1.75 ERA, 24 hits, 8 runs, and he has 48 strikeouts. So these guys, the pitching is unbelievable. It's not like we have one stud. We have 4, 5, and 6 studs. Guys that keep us in every game. The main takeaway, bats, 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 bats. Okay? Arkansas fans, don't panic because we lost the series. I know we're getting spoiled with it, but all we have to do at worst case scenario is stay top 16 in the country, which I think we can do pretty easily. And a best case scenario, we got to be in the top 8. Being number 1 is fantastic, but being top 8, you're hosting a regional and a super regional if you're 8th or better. We just got to stay in that category. 1 through 8, 1 through 8, 1 through 8. This week, we need to beat Texas Tech, at least split it 1-1, but I'd love to go 2-0. And then got to go 2-1 against South Carolina or a sweep. If we go 5-0 this week, this team is that's incredible. I would love to see a 4-1. Worst case scenario, 3-2. But you still, you chop this week 1-1 with Texas Tech if we have to, and then we got to go 2-1 there at South Carolina. But guys, don't panic yet. We're doing okay. This team is phenomenal. We're still witnessing something special. Texas A&M's legit. I mean, there's 4 teams in the SEC that are all 1, 2, 3, 4. So this league is no joke, and we're going to play majority of these people. Kentucky looks great. Tennessee's looking good. Let's see what happens, baby. This is baseball. This is baseball. That's why it's so exciting. That's why we love it so much. Man. Well, guys, that's going to do it for the Pig Walk section. Real quick, just announced on Twitter, and this hits home for me. That's why I'm talking about it. Some of you guys don't care. Some of you guys are going to be like, who gives a rat's behind? But I do. Blake Griffin has officially retired from the NBA. Some people are like, who? And some people are going to be like, good. I didn't know he was still in the league. Blake Griffin was, growing up, I became a LA Clippers fan because of Blake Griffin. I really was a Blake Griffin fan. Kind of like how people follow Tom Brady. I was following Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin, I became a fan actually when he played Arkansas, and he just yammed on us. I'm like, dang, that dude can fly. He's like Superman. He gets picked up first pick by the Clippers. I followed him there. I didn't have an NBA team. Lob City was born. Dunks galore, man. They were throwing it from everywhere on the court, and he would just go catch it and dunk it, and it was the coolest thing ever. Him and Chris Paul, Jamal Crawford, AJ Redick. I mean, you name it. Eric Bledsoe. I mean, DeAndre Jordan. Like, they had everybody. Matt Barnes. I remember all that. That team was the coolest team. It was one of the teams that I feel like was one of the better assembled teams, and for some reason they just couldn't put it together at the championship. But Blake Griffin retires. 99.9% sure he'll never see this, but Blake Griffin, big fan. Thank you for an amazing career. Thank you for Lob City, man. Thank you for all that. And I'm sure his comedy tour or his podcasting career will be starting very soon. But congrats on a cool, fun career to Blake Griffin. And I wish you the best. All right, we're going to get into our last section here, guys. That it will be the How You Really Doing section. So let me ask you guys, and please comment. How you doing? No. How you really doing? I just want to let you know I'm doing pretty good. I am. We just had our wedding shower this past weekend. It was absolutely amazing. Thank you to our friend Amanda who put all that together. My mom was phenomenal. Carrie's mom. And the friends and the family that came out, it was absolutely spectacular. We had a small Airbnb. We got to stay the night there. It was wonderful. We woke up, had coffee in the morning, and it just had a beautiful view of the lake. It was an old school house out in the country. Phenomenal. Thank you guys for showing us love and showing up. There was probably 15 to 20 people that actually showed up to this thing, which I wasn't expecting that. and they got us some really cool gifts. So we're super grateful. We played some Bago, watched some Razorbacks, ate some food, and had a really good time. So this weekend was awesome. This week is just busy. It's Tuesday, working here at the store, and then I'm working my other roofing job as well towards the end of the week. We're going at it, man. That's what, fueled by this energy tea from Happy's, is what keeps us going. Carrie, my fiance, is a nurse, so she's at the hospital. She's at the hospital working, and then she'll be here whenever I'm not. So we just rotate it. That's just life right now. But I wanted to hop on here, after my life updates. I wanted to hop on here and talk about, how I'm really doing. And so for most of you, or most of our viewers here, my dad passed away back in July. Pretty unexpected. He was 61, and life changed for me dramatically. My dad and I weren't that close, but we were getting there. We bonded through my divorce, actually, because he had a divorce as well, and that's when we started to get closer as people. So, I was 28 years old 27, 28, when I really started to get to know my dad. Growing up, my dad was a real hard ass, and we weren't really close. He didn't know how to be a dad to me. And so now that he's gone, I visited his house quite a bit. I went to his shop, and I sat out in his shop for a little bit because I'm starting to understand him a little bit better. So my dad's dad, my grandfather, passed away when my dad was in high school. And so I realized no one really taught my dad how to be a dad because he didn't have one as he was growing up. It was just a dad as a kid. So then my dad joins the military, and that became how he parented me growing up. Strict. That's just how he did it. And my mom was the opposite, the love, my best friend. She was literally and is my rock, my heart. And so as trauma happened to me and I got older, I started to realize my dad just doesn't show emotion very much and doesn't know how to express it. And so when I bought this store and we started building this, he would help me and get me knickknacks and things like that. And that was his way of showing love. And, now that he's gone, I just reflect of like, damn, he was a really good man. So I know I kind of recapped everything because I've already talked about this quite a bit, but I had a lady come in today, and I want to ask you this question as well because she asked me, is on a bucket list of places to go, or what would you do if you could do something, right, before you die or whatever it may be, would you want to go somewhere, do something? And I thought about it really hard, and I was like, not really. I don't really want to go anywhere. And then I sat here and I thought about it all day. As weird as that is, I thought about that question all day. I do have an answer now. I would love to go out around a campfire, grill out some food out in the woods, just out in a big field with a wooded area. And I would love to have one more night with my dad, my pawpaw who passed, and my grandpa that I never met. I would love to have one more night where I can sit around a campfire and ask them all the questions that now are coming to my brain. I'd like to ask more about them because with my grandparents, I never met one, and the other one, I don't remember a whole lot of like them. I just remember little stories and instances as a child. And then for my dad, I want to ask him questions. I never really got to know him. I never asked him other than hey, what's up? How you doing? I want to know what makes him tick, why he did what he did in life, and how was the military, how was growing up. I just want stories, And then I'd ask him one question, and I think I know the answer, but I want to hear it from him. Dad, do I make you proud? And he'd probably say, hell no. But as a man, I don't know how to accept those things when it comes to compliments, but I just I will forever try to make him proud, and I know that he is, but that's just a goal. I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, I would love to have that moment with people. So for me, I wouldn't want to go. I mean, we could go wherever, but I would rather have one more night with people that I don't have anymore, and just ask them questions. One thing that I've understood too is as you lose people in your life, is you're a lot more grateful for the people that you have, and you're a lot more grateful and aware of the time. I'm 33. Still don't know what the hell I want to do with my life. I think I would love to work in radio or as a podcaster for sure. I think that'd be really fun, and just get to know people. But I'm finding out that time matters. Everybody's like, we just think we have time, we have time, we have time, we have time, and sometimes we don't. Saying bye to somebody might be the last conversation, the last bye to them. Telling somebody you love them, or when somebody's talking to you and you're just on your phone, or someone's trying to pour their heart out and you're just not interested. Like, what if that's the last time you see each other? I try to cherish every moment that I can, and also I try not to play a victim to it. So, yes, I am in depression with my father being gone and passing on, and I'm trying to figure out that stage of my life, but I'm also embracing it. I can't use this. I see a lot of people, I haven't been the same since so-and-so left me or since so-and-so passed away. Well, no, duh. I'll never be the same me. But I'm not going to use that as an excuse, because if I did, my dad would raise from the grave and beat the hell out of me. You're using me as an excuse to why you're not doing something good or why you're sad all the time. Like, you can't do that. That's not fair. That's not right. So instead, I try to honor my father. Yeah, I cry. Yeah, I'm emotional. Yes, I miss him. Yes, I'm still sad. But I can't victimize myself. Sadly, in this world, we're meant to bury people. It's not fun. No one teaches you how to grieve correctly. But we're supposed to do it. I don't like it. No one does. But I embrace it. I try my best to lean into it and try to figure out how to stand on my own 2 feet and deal with it. And I don't deal with it the best way all the time. I don't. And that's just part of the process. But luckily, I have a great circle around me. I have an amazing woman, Carrie. I am so blessed and thankful for. We're getting married soon. As much as she's stressed out about this wedding, she's still absolutely 100% there for me. She cheers me on in every aspect of my life. She tells me every day how great I am. And I didn't know that I needed that. And she just tells me that she's proud of me all the time. And I don't know how to ever respond when she says it, but it means so much to me. It really does. So, thank you, babe. But I think I don't really have much more to say. Well, guys, another shorter episode with me being here solo dolo, because I don't have to argue with Jordan, and give you guys the entertainment. But I gave you the goods that I could today. Yeah, this was a fun, quick episode. Sometimes that's good for you guys. You guys like the shorter episodes that just kind of give you the facts. Again, we're in limbo land with Razorback Sports. But hopefully I can give you guys a little bit of some hope, a little bit of some nugs too. And then at the end of it all, man, hopefully, we communicate with you guys and we touch the heart a little bit with the how you really doing stuff, because we are people and we need that. So I would speak for Jordan on this one and just say, continue to love each other, smile, have an amazing day. And this is going to wrap up episode 12 of the We'll See You Later podcast, brought to you by Happy's Energy and Nutrition. Thank you guys so much for listening, being fans of the show before this is even big. We're so unbelievably blessed to be doing this. This is honestly a dream of ours. One day we may hit it big, we may not. We're going to continue to do it just for you guys. We love y'all. Thank you guys for coming. Thank y'all for stopping by. And 3 things to live by. 3 things I need you to do every single day to be a better human being. 1, don't piss into the wind. 2, hogs by 90. And 3, never trust a fart. And until next time, guys, we'll see you later.